How many of you guys have been outcast? How many of you guys have been pushed to the side? How many of you guys feel like a lone wolf? How many of you guys are introverts, what society calls loners? I'm definitely an introvert. I'm definitely what you call a loner, and I have no problem saying that. I used to look down on that, like, shit, I ain't no loner. Yeah, I'm cool with that. But I'm also a social dude. I can be friendly. I can be social, but I choose to observe and watch people. Not so much what they say, but their actions, how they move, especially family members. Sometimes you have to cut off people, even family members, who in their own way find ways to do you wrong or to cause confusion or disruption in your life, or just flat out always lying and not telling the truth. Like that old saying, throwing a rock and then hide your hand. How many of you guys are loners and outcasts? Drop a comment in the comment section if you guys are loners and outcasts, and tell me why. What makes you a loner? What makes you an outcast? Now, my mother and my father outcast me a long time ago. I'm just going to be raw and uncut with you guys. And it wasn't nothing that I have physically done, but it's because I'm very boisterous and I don't go for the bullshit. And I speak truth to power. And most people don't like it when you speak truth to power. There are some people that could be in your family that could be doing behind the scenes divide and conquer. And I've experienced that, where me and my siblings have been divided and conquered, by our own parent. And what's funny is my brothers don't have enough sense to know or recognize that they're getting played and they're getting gas lit, and that the narcissist is treating them like minions, which you call flying monkeys regarding psychology. My brothers are willing to do the narcissist's bidding to keep shit going, to keep division. How many of y'all have experienced something like that, where family members have divided and conquered, have caused trouble, and have no intentions on bringing the family together? And this is one of the reasons why I consider myself a lone wolf, an introvert. Because if you can't trust your own family member, who the hell can you trust? Now, don't get me wrong, there's people I trust, but they have to earn my trust. And they have, until they do otherwise, till they do the opposite. So I watch people, I study people. It's kind of like if you got slapped in your face a few times when you didn't expect it, after a while you're going to put your hands up, right? That's smart, that's intelligent. You want to get ready because you've seen this before. You've been there, done that. I had to let my own father loose. I had to let him go. And it's been going on for years. And it hurt, but I had to make that decision, keep myself sane, because it's kind of like if a person's being abused and they don't like it, but they keep complaining about it, then at the end of the day, it almost feels like it's their fault because you're not getting out of the situation. Somebody needs to be canceled, to be let go, to move on. And I had to make a decision. And I've been making that decision for almost about 7 years. And I've tried to, about a month ago, I tried to bring up the situation to where we can work together without actually bringing it up, I guess, to try to work with him. And I found out that he's the same person. It's not going to change. And so ultimately, I had to let it go. I had to let it go. And I'm done. From my own father. But these are things you're going to have to do in life, whether it's a friend, a mother, what have you. You have to be able to make decisions that's in your best interest for your sanity or for your well-being or all the above. And like I said, this is one of the reasons why I don't trust everybody. I do more observing and do more listening. And after a while, people tell you who they are after a while. To me, it's the same thing like I said, when you're trying to make that layup and you just seem to can't make that layup, you got to keep doing it over and over again. Well, if you want to find out who people are, do less talking and more listening and observe. Don't listen so much what they say. Look at how they move, how they act. My videos aren't just about sports. I like to look at it like it's about life. And hopefully you guys can take some of these videos and go, okay, I can use his work ethic. I can use how he sees trial and error towards something else in my life. And only you guys know what that is, right? Like I said, some people going to school to be an attorney, a doctor, a lawyer. Some of y'all already doctors and lawyers, and you may want to turn into your own practice. And as you guys got those degrees, obviously you know trial and error. You know what it takes, and so you take however you graduated, and that work ethic you had as a student, you can transfer that into something else that you're trying to do in life. That mindset, that work ethic. It was just heavy on my heart, because sometimes and I know this is kind of like probably off topic from my basketball videos, but at the same time, I'm just trying to be real and honest and open and let you guys know, because I know there's a lot of young people who look at my channel. As you guys get older, and I know the older people hopefully can attest to what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to, as you get older, you have to learn to cut people off and not always be a victim and continue to allow yourself to be victimized, whether it be physically, verbally, or psychologically. Sometimes you gotta cut it off. Oh, it's my mom. Okay. Oh, it's my dad. Okay. Sometimes you got to cut things off, because sometimes if you cut it off for a moment and you disappear, after a while they'll come back. They could, not always, come back and go, hey, what did I do? And now you got their attention, and you can explain to them, I didn't like how you did this, and I think this was wrong. And now you guys have some kind of dialogue, and you guys are communicating. But sometimes people don't want to communicate. Sometimes people don't want to be honest and tell the truth and say I'm wrong. And then you stop doing that same damn thing. Sometimes people want to take advantage of you, take your kindness for your weakness. Well, I'm at an age where I'm done with the bullshit. I don't have to be liked. I don't live for that. If people hate me, then obviously I'm probably doing my job, because I don't live for people to like me. And if people like me, great. But I'm gonna always be me. I'm gonna be me, no matter what. There's an old saying that I would always say to my wife: hey, if y'all ever see me with a friend, y'all gonna know it's a real one. He must be a real one. I got associates, but I don't have friends. And I'm cool with that. Would I like to have friends? Yeah, if the right one come around, absolutely. But my life goes on. I'm still gonna do me. I'm still gonna always be leveling up. I'm still gonna be pushing the envelope. Hopefully my rant made some sense. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. Again, drop a comment in the comment section for the loners, the outcasts, the underdogs, the ones who weren't expected to do much in life, and y'all leveling up anyways. That's what's up. 10 toes down. I don't like to say this, I don't need anybody, because you do need people. You need the right people around you. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to push forward, even if it's just me, because that's just who I am. I like to look at adversity in the face and keep pushing forward. Burn the boats and take the island. Leave yourself no option but success. This is Mike, keeping it simple and precise.